Marni's here, let's start your day. Fabulously flawed, we're lighting the way. Monday to Friday, new episodes with laughter and love. Let's start the show. We're shaking things up. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Motivation, inspiration, and fun. Fabulously flawed, everyone. So shine a little brighter. Grab your smile and sing along. The show's about to start with Marni, your host. You can't go wrong.
Hey, Fabulously Flawed friends. Welcome to Fabulously Flawed. I am your host, Marni, and it's Friday. TGIF, thank God I'm fabulous. Say that to yourself. TGIF, thank God I'm fierce. Say that to yourself. So I wanted to call today's episode Fabulously Fierce because we are fabulously flawed, but we're also fierce as you know what, ladies. So we made it to the end of the week. I hope that you were able to look for some positives this week and not dwell on the negative and give yourself some of that much needed self-care, rest, with feeling that it is not one of privilege, but needed rest. We all feel we have to earn it and we don't. It's part of our being, like sleeping, eating, resting. It's all the same. So I just wanted to give just my little bits of wisdom that can help all of my beautiful ladies and divas out there. So reframing our mind and the way we look at situations, it literally goes from to oh. So for me, learning how to reframe my thoughts has been a game changer for my healing. I'm alive. I'm here. So what I looked at one time as failure, it wasn't failure, it's learning. Every experience I have been through or gone through or been involved in, nothing has worked out the way and perfectly. Well, no such thing as perfect, but the way I would want it to. But I learned stuff. I either met people, learned a new skill, made a new experience, whatever it is, and I packed it up in my suitcase, my little invisible suitcase of things I've learned. And it was like, okay, let me take these skills to the next part or my next reset or my next whatever it is that I'm getting involved in. So never look at it as failure. You're learning. You think a baby doesn't start walking. They take a few steps and they fall and we clap and cheer. We don't go failure. Like, think about it. And we get disappointed sometimes when things don't work out for us. But I can tell you 100% certainty, disappointment, we're just delayed. Rejection is redirection. What I thought I wanted, especially on this mental health journey, I wanted to immediately promote my book everywhere and be paid to be a speaker immediately. These were all my ego thoughts because I was no more ready to talk on a panel than I was just a month ago. So when I thought out of frustration why things weren't happening, thank God they were not happening. And I used an example on a few weeks ago, when I was talking about in 1997, when I was married the first time to not my husband now when I say 3 times, but before that. And we did in vitro, and I was the youngest patient at the time. It was very, very new. And I thought I was going to have triplets, and it was just, okay, I just want babies. I did it twice with 6 embryos each time, and it never worked. Now, clearly it was devastating at the time, but thinking about had that worked, I have no words. I'm stuttering because thank God. So what you feel is the worst moment that's happening right now. I promise it doesn't stay forever. And it's guiding you to something else that you possibly would not have gone on your own. And when you feel stuck and you don't know which way to go, you're not stuck. You're just exploring different angles. Sometimes I'm not sure, okay, do I want to do more of this? Do I want to do videos like that? Do I want to do more podcasting? Whatever it may be. And I'm not going to sit here and just give up. I'm going to sit here and explore these different ways that I can do different things. It's a temporary feeling. I'm not going to be stuck forever. None of us are. And sometimes I've looked at, and I learned this, I think it was on The Housewives. We all say, I have to do this. I have to do this. Reframe that to, I get to. I get to go to work. I get to drive my car. I get to exercise. Everything we get to do. True game changer. And to be proud of yourself and to know that you're growing in other ways and realizing how fierce and fabulous you are. Do you cringe at old versions of yourself? I mean, I cringe so hard that I have secondhand embarrassment for myself. Do you notice that you need less external validation? You're posting something because you're really proud to show the artwork you did because you just absolutely love it with your heart and soul. But you're not posting it to see how many likes you get. You just truly want to share your artwork, for example. So when you don't need external validation, you know, or less of it, you know you're starting to heal. My favorite is saying no without over-explaining. It doesn't mean you have to be a bitch and be like, no. It doesn't mean that. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not able to. But you don't have to get into the whole song and dance. Well, I promised my cousin that I would go here, and then if we don't, blah, blah, blah. No, you could just say, I'm sorry, I'm not able to. It works, and it saves you so much anxiety and confusion and word salad. Try it. Just, no, I'm sorry, I'm not able to, and without over-explaining. And silence from others, you don't spiral anymore because you're so focused on your own life, not hearing from somebody throughout a day. Or if you and a friend just get busy and you talk like nothing ever happened, but you don't sit there and worry, oh gosh, are we not friends anymore? Is she mad at me? Is she mad at me? No, that's none of that. But you are so confident and you're growing because you know that other people's emotions and what they're going through has nothing to do with you. I said this before, resting without guilt. That is something that I sometimes, and I'm still working on it. This is one that I still work on because when my husband comes home, I was programmed psychologically, not that he said anything, but for years, if he came home, I'll tell you why. Because when I was going through my depression, back in 2017, 2018, severe, where I wouldn't leave my bed every day. And he came home once and he goes, I can't fucking stand looking at you like this. So when he comes home, I always used to think after that, let me be busy. But now it's just, hey baby, like I rest without guilt. It's part of who I am. We eat, we sleep, we exercise, we walk, we rest. I have to learn just to know my body's tired. I want to rest. My mind is tired. And when you could do that with peace, I don't know why we all feel so guilty for just like sitting around. It's really weird. And also, learning, this is something I've always been able to enjoy my own company. A lot of people I know don't like to be by themselves, but when you can be alone and not lonely, that's very powerful. It's a very powerful thing. Try it once. Go, I don't know where I could tell somebody to go the first time by themselves. Like maybe go for coffee by yourself, sit at the table. But it's very cool. You don't need to have people around you for you to be full of yourself or safe. And I hope some of you guys are really distancing yourself from those draining people that no matter what you say, they have something to say about it. Oh, I think I'm going to go to this college. They have the worst rating on dorms. Oh, I think I'm going to open up this business. Why? Nobody goes there. Those kind of people are so toxic, and we feel maybe we've known them for a long time. We need to keep them in my life. No, you don't have to do that. When people act like that, whoever it is that's going to bring you down, you do not need them in your life because time is the most precious thing that we have. Don't waste it having to be combative with people. Choose positivity. Be around people that help shape your mindset. And I promise you, anyone you admire in life will never be talking about you, will never do anything that would be rude or disrespectful. Think about the people right now. And this is how I knew I was like fiercely growing. Every single person I look back at now that tried to that was rude to me, that had bullied me, that had said some very terrible things about me behind my back, which I wish I didn't know, but I'm glad I did. All of these people, not one of them would I go to for advice. Do I talk to? I don't admire at all. So people are behind you for a reason. They talk behind your back because they're behind you. So those are the kind of people you do not want to surround yourself with. The people that you find inspiring, those are your people. For the last one that I hope maybe somebody could do this over the weekend for yourselves. Find your one passion hobby you've been waiting to do. We all have something that we want to do, but we're so worried. What are they going to think of us? Are they going to think I'm weird if I want to go bowling? Are they going to think I'm weird if I want to count jelly beans? Are they going to think I'm weird if I'm going to go paint my rocks? Well, if they think you're weird, you're not your people, but you'll make friends in your rock painting class or your yoga class or your walking group or your cooking class or your counting jelly bean class or whatever it may be. You will find your people and you will be happy when you are yourself and do what you love. And that is being fabulously fierce. So have a great weekend, guys. Remember to never, ever let anyone burst your bubble. You can also find my book, True to Myself, on Amazon. And remember also to never, ever, 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 ever let anyone dull your sparkle. I am sending so much love and so much peace. Have a fabulous, fabulous weekend.
Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Fabulously Flawed. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. That helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Once again, we're so glad you're here, and we hope you'll come back Monday through Friday for another serving of empowerment, motivation, and inspiration. We'll catch you next time on Fabulously Flawed.